Is it possible for someone to come back to life after dying in this world? Remember, there is nothing wrong in Aqidah that says that a person cannot come back to life. Normally it does not happen. But if it does happen, is not something that we can say that no, our belief is no one can come back to life after death. That is not the belief. People could. In fact, in Qur'an, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentioned 5 incidents where people came back to life after death. 5 of those incidents are mentioned in Surah Al-Baqarah. But of course, these are the only 5 that are mentioned in Qur'an. If we minus the miracle of Isa alayhi salatu wassalam of وَأُحْيِي الْمَوْتَى بِإِذْنِ اللَّهِ. This is minus this. So if you take this also, there will be 6. Let's put Isa alayhi salatu wassalam aside, which is Isa alayhi salam, this was his miracle. One of the miracles Allah gave him, وَأُحْيِي الْمَوْتَى. He would go to the qabr, he will go to a dead person, قُمْ بِإِذْنِ اللَّهِ. Get up with Allah's permission and the person will be alive. Is it against the Aqidah? No. It was happening. It was a miracle. It did happen. And then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala have quoted 5 incidents in Qur'an about those people who were resurrected, or you can say, or who were brought back to life. One is this that we read in these ayat of Surah Al-Baqarah. That way, قُلْتُمْ يَا مُوسَى لَن نُؤْمِنَ لَكَ حَتَّى نَرَى اللَّهَ جَهْرًا فَأَخَذَتْكُمُ الصَّاعِقَةُ وَأَنْتُمْ تَنْظُرُونَ ثُمَّ بَعَثْنَاكُمْ مِنْ بَعْدِ مَوْتِكُمْ. So they were brought back to life. Also, we read in Surah Al-Baqarah the story of the cow, the story after which the surah is named, Surah Al-Baqarah. So a person was killed. Inshallah, we'll come to that story soon. The person was killed, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala told them to slaughter a cow and touch this person with a piece from the cow. And that person came back to life. فَقُلْنَا اضْرِبُوهُ بِبَعْضِهَا. We said, touch the dead person with some portion of this cow. كَذَلِكَ يُحْيِي اللَّهُ الْمَوْتَى. This is how Allah brings back people to life. The third incident, which is in Surah Al-Baqarah, talking about someone coming back to life, is أَلَمْ تَرَ إِلَى الَّذِينَ خَرَجُوا مِنْ دِيَارِهِمْ وَهُمْ أُلُوفٌ حَذَرَ الْمَوْتِ. Thousands of people. There was a plague in their town, and people were dying right and left. Thousands of people, for the fear of death, they left their town. Their Prophet told them, don't. But they didn't listen. They said, no, we are not going to stay here and die. فَقَالَ لَهُمُ اللَّهُ مُوتُوا. As soon as they left the town, Allah said to all of them, die. And they all died. ثُمَّ أَحْيَاهُمْ. He brought them back to life to show them that you can't escape the death and you can't run away from the death. If death has to come, will come even when you are away from all of these things. This was the third incident. The fourth incident is أَوْ كَالَّذِي مَرَّ عَلَىٰ قَرْيَةٍ وَهِيَ خَاوِيَةٌ عَلَىٰ عُرُوشِهَا, which according to many Mufassirin, it was Uzair alayhi salam. It could be anyone, Uzair alayhi salam or someone else, a person passing by a dead town, and he's thinking, how would Allah bring this town back to life? فَأَمَاتَهُ اللَّهُ مِئَةَ عَامٍ ثُمَّ بَعَثَهُ. Allah caused him to die for 100 years, then He brought him back to life. And then He even saw his donkey coming back to life. So it's one incident that's talking about his donkey also, but the previous one, thousands of people. So this is why we are not going to say there are 5 people. It's 5 incidents, and each incident has multiple people. In fact, one incident has thousands of people according to the Qur'an. And the 5th incident that is also mentioned in Surah Al-Baqarah is when Sayyidina Ibrahim alayhi salatu wasalam requested Allah to show him, Rabbi arini kayfa tuhyi al-mawta. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, Ya Allah, show me how you bring people back to life. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala asked him to keep 4 birds, tame them, and then slaughter them, mix them, put them on different mountains, then call them يَأْتِينَ كَسَعْيَا, and they were back to life. So that was these birds, those 4 birds that came back to life. And then in the hadith, we know that the goat that was poisoned at the time of Khaybar, and Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam was offered that goat to eat it, and the goat, he said, this goat told me that it is being poisoned. It is also similar type of things. So, Ihya'ul Mawta, for any dead people to come back to life, as I said, it's not something that is normal, but as an extraordinary thing, it could happen. It is not against our aqidah. But one thing, would we believe any person says, I died and I came back to life? Of course not. We will not believe every person claiming that I was dead and I came back. The maximum to it is, I don't care if it happened to you. If it happened to you, who cares? And how do you know that you were dead? Because you don't see your own death. So how do you know that you were dead? Oh, people told me. I don't know who are those people. So, as I said, it's not something that we take it from every person that, oh, I died and then I came back to life. But it's not something that's impossible either. With this, I must just mention one more point here. This is occasional things. One person, few people, 1,000 people, 2,000 people, could be 10,000 people, could be 100,000 people. But Shias believe that when their Imam Ghaib, the Imam that is hiding in their cave, he's hiding from what time? From the time of Sayyidina Ali radiallahu anhu, or after the time of Ali radiallahu anhu. All the way from that time, that Imam is hiding in the cave. And he is hiding and he's going to be in there till the end of the days, and then he's going to come back and bring the original Qur'an. Anyway, long story short, their belief is, remember, they say that that is Imam Mahdi. The concept of Imam Mahdi with Ahl Sunnah is totally different than the concept of Mahdi in the eyes of the Shias. They believe Mahdi refers to Imam Ghaib, the one that is hiding with the original Qur'an. But Ahl Sunnah believe it will be a person that will be born later on. And so totally two different people, just the name is, same title is being used by them for the same person. So according to their aqidah, when that Mahdi would come, then Allah will resurrect all the people again for him, because the true Islam is not there anymore. This is part of the aqidah, remember. According to them, true Islam does not exist anymore. Qur'an has been changed. Hadith has been changed. Because hadiths are coming on the authority of Sahaba, and Sahaba, according to them, wal-iyazu billah, with the exception of 5, they all left Islam. Qur'an has been changed. So, according to them now, all the people who are trying to follow Islam and they are Muslims, but they are not truly Muslims. So, Allah will give them one more chance, and that is when that Imam Ghaib, as they call him, Mahdi, will come. Allah will resurrect all the people for him, those who would believe in him as Imam, and Imam is a special title according to their understanding, which is greater than Anbiya, greater than the Malaika. Then Allah will resurrect all people of the world so that they will have the chance to believe in him, and if they do, then they are believers. If they reject him, then they are disbelievers. This is their aqidah, which is totally against the aqidah of Ahl Sunnah wal Jama'ah. So I just wanted, since we were talking about the resurrection, so I said I may mention it.